to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Razabani for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to have with me in the gym Viddal Riley. Viddal, look, this is strange because we went from Zoom interviews to meeting on Fight Week, and finally, this is where the magic happens.
Have you seen me train before?
I haven't.
Okay, alright. Then yeah, you're in for a little treat today then. But yeah, it's the first time you're seeing me in this state, and you'll see me like this more, don't worry.
I mean, I've seen you do some public workouts, media workouts, but nothing kind of behind the scenes.
Now, this is the special stuff, so you're lucky. That's how you ought to be nice, you know, when you're giving these interviews, because I'm giving you these little nice things, and then you're going to do me dirty.
Have I ever done you dirty? Have I ever done you dirty? Let's answer that question.
I'm just saying, not that you are, but just in case it crossed your mind, you know what I mean?
In case I get excited, yeah?
Yeah.
How are things?
Good, man. I feel like I'm just unlocking more and more in myself. So confident. I think it's the most confident I've been, just knowing how I'm putting in the work, the hours I'm putting in, the focus, mentally, physically, like I'm feeling myself level up. And that's what this whole stage of my career is about, me finding myself and helping myself reach my full potential. And that's definitely happening, so yeah, in a good space.
This is your busiest year as a professional athlete, third fight next week. So is this how you want to progress things? Because I know fighters don't like to stop-start. You want to stay consistent. You want to stay active. I know you do a lot of things behind the scenes, but is this the ultimate goal? 3-4 fights a year as a minimum?
Yeah, no, for sure. I got somewhere I want to get to, and boxing is not something that runs unlimited age and unlimited time. So clearly I have to move at a certain pace, and fighting that many fights is in line with what I need to achieve. So I definitely want to have 4 fights this year. I want to have 4 or more next year because I need a belt. If I'm told, look, you got to fight 6 times next year and you get that belt, then 6 it is. But that's the focus.
I know life is about experiences. I remember speaking to you during lockdown, and you were in America at the time, and you talked about, when I mentioned to you actually, you moved away from the traditional route of kind of Commonwealth, British, European, to go away and do what Viddal Riley wanted to do, which was something different. I know you fought in different places, Mexico and others, but you've come back here. Is the goal now to do the traditional route?
Yeah, the goal has always been the traditional route. I mean, there's no telling what belts are in the line of the traditional route, but we know which ones are and which ones aren't. So it depends what path we go. I'm not set in stone. With this sport, I've learned not to set my mind in stone. You got to just work with what you're working with and keep moving and moving forward. So the path has always been traditional, never been anything else, and the belts will come.
Do you feel like you're improving fight by fight?
Yes, I feel like I'm improving fight by fight. You watched them. What do you think?
Yeah, I was there in your last fight, which was in Wembley Arena, when you told me off for coming in the changing room when you had your top off.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good. You said I'm improving. I think I'm improving. So we've got a general consensus.
What can we expect to see next week in Manchester?
Excitement, like I said about the London fight. I didn't think the excitement would be that quick. It didn't last long, but I mean, you'll be excited again this time as well. Every time I fight, something's going to happen that can be cut away and clipped away and called exciting. So I aim to continue that on the 12th.
We know boxing is a bit overpopulated at the moment with a lot of promoters, a lot of TV networks. You aligned yourself with Sky Sports Boxer, without a doubt one of the biggest platforms out there. Are you content with how things are going with them, relationship with Ben? I know he's quite relatively new on the scene as well. He's probably around your age anyway, but relatively happy with how things have progressed?
Yeah, you know, working relationships take time to be perfect. Nothing that you're going to enter to is going to be perfect, but as long as you got the same goal, you both understand each other, you can communicate, then you're in a good place. And fortunately, if I have a problem, Ben has a problem, he could call me, I could call him. We got a lot of team that are there as well to make sure communications are clear and things are kept straight. So it's all an experience, and as I'm a year into this deal now, I definitely feel better in this deal now than I did a year ago, as it should be, and hopefully it continues that way.
I spoke to Ben a couple of days ago, and he said, look, for Viddal, the focus is titles. For Viddal, the focus is boxing, nothing else. No matter who's calling him out on the sides, his focus is winning belts and making a name for himself in the boxing ring.
Well, he's right. If Ben, all those words Ben says is correct. That is actually what I am thinking. That's what is in alignment with my goals and my dreams and my aspirations. So, yeah, quote Ben on that and tell him he's right.
You get distracted. Do you get distracted with certain names outside of the professional boxing industry calling you out, or Jake Paul called you out over the weekend? Does that bother you? Does that distract you? Do you even think about it?
It's not a thought. That's what I'm saying. It's not a thought. Like, I already know. I know the community. This is what people need to understand. I know the YouTube community. Most people don't know it. They're just trying to get in on it and make headlines and make stories that they think will incorporate them in. You're not in. So when I'm seeing things pop up online, I understand this is a part of that community. If you hear one thing, you're going to hold on to it, you're going to run with it. And that's why these guys are so popular. That's why everyone knows these guys and don't know most of the traditional boxers, because they push their people. They push what's happening around there. And fortunately, being a part of that, I can benefit from that. And I can also benefit from what I show in the ring from the traditional world appreciating me as well. Which is why down the line, I feel like it's going to be very beautiful, because that community have the ability to do that. They will push you. And whether it's in the light of what I want to hear or not, they still are looking at me as someone to mention and talk about. And at the end of the day, in this game, you need attention and you need people to watch what you're doing. All of that helps, though it's not something I'm distracted by or entertained by.
And definitely not interested in training anybody either.
Oh, no. My coaching days are
Completely done?
I don't think I even got the patience to coach anymore. Now I'm in this fight mode. I don't think I have the patience to do the coaching.
Viddal, obviously, Misfits Boxing's kicking off quite big at the moment. I just want to read a tweet out that you put out a couple of days ago where you said the traditional boxing world need to stop speaking on the YouTube crossover boxing community with a negative, dismissive tone, but beg it for views when it suits them. Either you're with it or you're not. If you feel targeted, then you must be a culprit.
How did you feel?
About the Misfit show?
No, about the tweet.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
Fair enough. But no, I said what I said. I meant what I said. I'm not one of those impulsive, irrational online people that just be saying things and it's going to be deleted the next day. If I'm going to put out a tweet like that, I meant what I said. And those that feel that way about it know who I'm talking about. And those that don't. But really, make sure you follow me on Twitter, because I'm going to do a lot of talking on there, not so much on here.
Now that Elon Musk can't ban you. Viddal, we wish you all the best next week. I know you've got quite a few media members here, and then obviously a little workout. But yeah, we'll catch up with you fight week next week in Manchester.
November 12th, grab your tickets.
Viddal Riley, IFL TV, thank you very much.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife for saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.